diplomatic, and maybe most importantly, we have extraordinary economic leverage. So the president has told us not to use those tools. He's told us to come to the negotiating table. But if the Iranians don't do the exact same thing, they're going to find out that the president of the United States is not one to mess around. He's impatient. He's impatient to make progress. He has told us to negotiate in good faith. And I think if they negotiate in good faith, we will be able to find a deal. But that's a big if. And ultimately, it's up to the Iranians how they negotiate. I hope they make the right decision.
We are here with a lot of talented Hungarian students. You talk a lot about education.
Yes.
How do you see the future of education? In which direction should it be developed? And do you know a bit the Hungarian education system, especially the tertiary education system, our university system? What is your opinion about this, and how will you develop your education system?
Well, I like that the Hungarian university system has imposed what I would call some democratic constraints here. The taxpayer should not be expected to fund radical gender ideology. The taxpayer should not be expected to fund sets of ideas. Now, people have free speech, of course. They can say whatever they want to, but you're not entitled to taxpayer funding if you're advocating civil unrest and violence in the streets and gender ideology. Ultimately, the taxpayers, they're the ones who decide what they're willing to fund, and they should be the ones making that decision. So I really admire that Hungary has actually brought some common sense back to the connection between funding and the university system. You can say whatever you want, but in Hungary, you don't get unlimited subsidy if you want to say something that's really crazy or that promotes violence, et cetera. I think that's a very important thing. I think in the American system, we're making progress in that direction. We've said to the university system in the United States that you're no longer allowed to discriminate based on race. This sounds crazy, but 3 years ago, not only were they allowed to, but they were actively encouraged to discriminate against white students, against students of certain faiths. They were told, against Asian students, they were actually told that you had to have a higher score if your skin color was a certain tone, and a lower score if your skin color was a different tone. That's a violation of the American law. That's a violation of the American Constitution. That's a violation of basic morality. And the United States has now stopped that practice thanks to the leadership of the President and our Secretary of Education.